morning. Just walking to work. It's actually starting to be a bit lighter, so I can do a video and have a little moan. So, I want to have a little moan this morning about unnecessarily rude people. So yesterday, I was at a works do at Fair Game in London, where it's all like carnival games and stuff like that. And the way it works is you queue up, and it's generally in like sort of, the games are in sort of games of 5, so 5 people per game. And to make it fair, like for the queues and that, there's little circles on the floor with a pair of feet in them, a bit like when we had social distancing outside shops and that in COVID times. And what you would do is you would stand on the circle in a line, 5 people, and then when the people playing the game had finished, your line would then move forward until you're at the front and you played your game. Simple, right? And what people would do is if they maybe, let's say there were 3 people in a line already, which meant there were 2 free spaces. If you had a group of say 3 or 4 people, what they would maybe do is they would wait behind so they could all play their game together, leave in an empty circle. And people would generally let someone go into that circle and take that place. So I'm queuing up. I'm about to queue up for a game, and there's a woman there, and she's one circle behind the person playing the game. So I presumed that she was kind of waiting back because she wanted to play the game with her friends. So sorry about that. Just walking past someone. So yeah, so this woman's queuing up, and there's an empty circle in front of her. And at this point, I lost my friends who I was playing games with, so I thought I'd just go and do that one on my own. Fair enough. So because I saw this empty circle, I politely just asked and said, "Oh, are you queuing here, or were you holding back because you want to play the game like with your friends?" An innocent enough question, you might think. And she just really angrily said, "Oh, why should I have to stand so close to other people?" And I was just like, "What?" And then she kind of looked around at people she was with and kind of went, like, did that kind of little shuddery shrug that people do and roll their eyes. And you would have honestly thought I'd have just told her that I was going to kick her dog. I was just like, what an unbelievably rude person. Now, I was at a works thing, so the whole thing played out differently, massively differently to how it would have done had I just been on a night out. But as it was, I was at a works thing, so acted accordingly, and then just ignored her and went and queued somewhere else. But I just thought, what an absolute nasty person you are. I asked an innocent question, like I didn't even cut into the spot and then ask her. I was literally nowhere near being stood on it, and just said politely, "Are you queuing here, or are you waiting for your friends?" And it was a 2-step action of nastiness. The first thing was she was really rude to speak, and then that whole like, "Oh, I can't believe he just spoke to me." Now, ironically, the whole place is full of people, so you're going to be close to people. So coming out with, "Why should I have to stand so close to people?" It's like, you're near people. It's a fucking public place. You fucking idiot. So, yeah, I was quite annoyed about that, to be honest. Annoyed enough for me to have a little moan about it now on the way to work, truth be told. But obviously I queued up. I kept an eye on her scoreboard. And at the games, you get like 2 games per like stand, and then you go and do another one and whatnot, and you go around the whole place. So I kept an eye on her scores, and she came fucking last both times. And what game was it? Hook a duck. literally hook a duck, and she came last. So yeah, Karma's a fucking bitch. Well, yeah, she was an idiot. Like and subscribe. Comment below if you've got anything to say, and have you met any other rude people who were just being rude for no reason?